Soy sauce. This is soy sauce, the tiny golden delight of nature. I thought that a soy sauce would be a fantastic addition to my life, so I went ahead and added a soy sauce to it. And now I don't sleep in my own room anymore. Hello, Internet. Welcome to... wrong intro. Hello, world. My name's Zephyr, and I made a terrible mistake. It all started on the wonderful day when I first brought soy sauce home. I was in the car with my family and holding the plastic box with my new itty-bitty friend in it. But as I stared into the depths of her lizard eyes, I saw my worst fear. I realized soy sauces eat insects. Live insects. They will not eat dead insects. They eat insects alive. Now, you know how a couple of videos ago I mentioned I was terrified of bugs 1 or 250 times? Well, I didn't realize I'd have to live with a little infestation in a container next to my bed for as many nights as I slumber. The little leg sounds haunting me in my sleep. It was safe to say I wasn't looking forward to having 12 to 50 creepy crawly roommates for 35 years. Soy sauces live forever. I had no idea what a commitment I was making to the little thing. Bugs in my house for 35 years! No thanks, but it was too late. I had already signed that contract. I'm stuck living with bugs in my house for as long as my prosperous little reptile lives. Oh no. Now, on the bright side, soy sauces don't eat huntsman spiders. They're more of a small lizard, so you can imagine small lizards eat small insects. This made me feel a bit better. You see, I'm perfectly fine with teeny tiny insects. They can't hurt me, and they're actually kind of cute, too. That is, until you realize the most harmless bugs you could find that you bought for your soy sauce to eat are the only ones that smell like butt. I got these little beetle larvae thing called mealworms. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. They're these little brown worms that are easiest to feed to my soy sauce because they're incredibly slow and can't jump 50 feet into the air. Crickets. It was going pretty great. Soy sauce enjoyed the worms. I easily tolerated them. That is until soy sauce decided to start getting picky with her food. Soy sauces get bored easily, so maybe feeding her the same food for the rest of her life just wasn't an option. We had to pick a new bug, so we switched to dubia roaches. Oh boy. They're like cockroaches, except a bit less creepy, and they don't stink. But they're still creepy. Dubia roaches come in different sizes because they take forever to grow, so at first we were feeding her the tiny roaches. They were about the size of a pea and very easy to handle. They weren't very fast, so they couldn't scurry away easily. I felt pretty confident, actually. I could just switch between feeding soy sauce mini dubia roaches and mealworms. That is until soy sauce grew. So I guess hatchling-sized roaches just weren't good enough for you, soy sauce, huh? So we again bought her another set of bugs. This time, they were the same bugs. But instead of fun-sized roaches, we got her the family-sized roaches. The plus installment of roaches, if you will. And right from the get-go, get it? From the get-go, because, never mind. These bugs creeped me out. They were gigantic, and you could hear the sound of their little legs creeping around when you were in a 10-foot radius of them. I had my dad help me out with feeding the big ones to soy sauce. I just couldn't. But one day, on a dark and stormy night, I was completely on my own. It was finally my responsibility to feed my lizard these roaches. Alone. With these horrid creatures staring through my soul. So when the time came to feed soy sauce, it was as though I could hear the backtrack of a classic western.
All right, guys, here's the plan. Notice how Zephyr there always holds the container in her left hand while she feeds the beast. I'm gonna get out there and be as difficult as possible, so she'll have to reach her finger in. Big mistake. That's when we make our escape. While she's trying to herd me with her finger, the beast is gonna think her finger is the food, launch up out of nowhere, and startle her into dropping us and setting us free. Now who's with me? Yeah! Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
I had my tweezers out and ready to shoot. Them bugs, those scowls spread across their faces. I just knew something was about to go down.
Go!
Huh? And just like that, they were successful. Roaches everywhere, all over me, crawling on my legs and skittering all over the floor. It was a nightmare. But thankfully, they were too paralyzed to move around too much. So we cleaned it up, well, we, referring to my parents doing all the work while I stand there terrified and checking for bugs in my clothes. And ever since then, I haven't slept or lived in that room. Every time I walk into that room, I get horrible flashbacks of the traumatic event. Even though handling bugs is a bit much for me, that doesn't mean that I don't want my soy sauce. She's the greatest lizard I could ever have, and I wouldn't give her away for anything, even if her diet only consisted of huntsman spiders. I'd just hire some professionals to feed her. But hey, that's just